This is another episode of Let's Get Social. I am Dee Scrow, and today I have my good friend Teri Shaw, who is now part of Marquee Realty Advisors. I got to get that right.
Me too.
Right? I feel like it's
a big one.
So it's still under Royal LePage.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. How's that going?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, good so far. Learning a lot.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. You know?
It's different. It's different.
Why is it so different?
My partner and I are exact opposite.
Okay.
So
opposites attract.
I actually agree. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So his strengths are my weaknesses for sure.
That's like
and
Eric
I would
and
say vice versa. Mm-hmm.
Right? My strengths are his weaknesses.
Yeah. But it's good.
I got more strengths.
That's right. But I'm learning a lot from him. So
yeah.
And I hope he's learning from me.
Oh, for sure.
And we're building the team together. So it's interesting.
Actually, your team came out to our Halloween fair. You were a sponsor for that event.
It was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Right? That was, our first year doing that. And, we didn't know the outcome that would come out of that as well, right?
Right.
Having, Jamie there, Jamie, you bring Jamie everywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
He was there to witness and see the amount of people that came to that. And just people don't realize how much is involved organizing such, to some people, oh, it's not a big deal, but it's a lot of behind the scenes.
For sure.
Even like you and I texting back and forth on what you should be bringing. Yeah. We went from coffee to this, to that, back to hot chocolate, candy. But it all worked out. A little windy, but
that
we
was
survived.
The only thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't control the weather, so.
No, for sure. I know I get from that you do enjoy doing events like that.
Like that.
Right?
Yeah.
So, because I know in the past, you've had some events at, there was a restaurant downtown Hamilton.
It was amazing.
It was so good, right? Because you get to people get to see the side of you, because, you're working, and, you're being professional, but you kind of see a more not toned down, you're at ease, right?
Different. I'm not at ease.
I find finally.
You think I'm at ease? I'm not.
Well, you pull it off.
Oh, good. I'm more at ease being professional.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You do a lot of things on your social media. You're big on health and wellness.
Very big. Yeah.
You meet a lot of people. You have a pretty big circle of friends. I don't know if people just gravitate towards you.
Babe, do you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, but I'd seen you had posted just last week. It was you were meditating at.
Yeah, the picture of Misty and I.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, I love meditating. I do it every day.
Who took that picture?
A friend of Misty's.
Honestly, it was this picture where. Teri was sitting
meditating
right on the floor in front of a couch, mm-hmm. and she was literally and then Misty was holding a glass of wine. Yeah, it was woo!
Yeah, that's her personality and my personality.
It was awesome, right?
I'm zen, I'm chill.
Yeah,
she's more party girl.
And you know how they say one picture is 1,000 words, and that. It's defined exactly who both of you are, right? Yeah. I know that this time of year. We're getting ready for so many things coming up. Do you find it challenging to constantly try to do things to set ourselves different from other people? Besides the fact that, we know who we are. We're so nice, but
we are nice.
That doesn't sell.
I mean, it helps, but. Yeah.
But, trying to figure, to do things that are outside the box of just posting about real estate. Do you think it works when people actually post nothing to do with your business at all and just who you are?
I think you have to. Don't you want people to see that you're a
you're a mom
real
of two.
person?
You're a mom of two,
yeah,
right?
people want to be able to relate to you, right?
See, and that's something that I don't know. I find that I tend to shy away from that. Like,
Yeah, you don't do that much.
I don't. And you know what? Like, laugh if you want, but I always think, oh my God, if I post like my husband and my kids and we look happy, someone's gonna put the like malokyo on my. I do. I feel like I don't know what it is. Yet when I do see yours, and I'm like, oh, it's so nice. If I see other people's kids, it's so great, right? It's like when they have every month now. It's like, okay, last month was daughter of the month or something.
Yeah.
And I always feel guilty that I don't post my daughters. And I'm like, do people think that I just don't love them as much because I don't tend to post them?
It's all of that's silly.
Isn't it?
I think so. Why do you need a day to celebrate someone that you love all the time, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm finding that I've never been, like a few years ago, I was shied away from social media. And Jamie came into our life. And
Way to go, Jamie.
has changed that. I find now that how important it actually is. You know, he always says we have the capability, like right from our phones, to do incredible things.
Doesn't it get exhausting though? Like,
yes,
always
and this is what I said to him.
I don't love that.
I find it exhausting, like to go on there and like all these posts, and I comment, and like a lot of them, I actually do like them. I don't just say like just for the heck of it, but it's like almost a part-time job, like.
I don't love it.
Right? It's like I need Jamie in my pocket.
But you also want to be authentic. So
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that was the biggest thing. I don't know. I find that maybe doing things and people actually getting to meet us in person is another way of social media, right? Like when I go to an event, I'll see someone's picture, like I know that person's coming, but I've never spoken to them. I've just, maybe sent an email, even clients per se. Like, especially now with COVID, a lot of the times we're either on the call with them, we'll do like a Zoom call briefly,
right?
Or it's done through email. It was kind of shying away there for the longest time. We were actually meeting people face to face. And, I had done an event where, a lot of clients came and it was like, oh my God, it was so nice to actually talk to these people. And they look forward to seeing me. And it's like I've known them for years, right? And I find like those things are so key because they see a different side of like who I am, D as the mortgage broker,
right?
D as just like, that's it. Right?
Well, you're a real person.
Yeah. Right?
That's why I think you have to share more of yourself on social media. You don't have to share everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that it shows that you're a well-rounded person and that you have other interests and it's not just mortgages all the time.
So you're a big Toronto Blue Jay fan?
I am. Sports fan, but Blue Jays for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
That was quite the disappointment this year, I totally thought of you.
Yeah. I went to that last game. I was at the game where they blew it and lost. So.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah.
At the actual game?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It was terrible.
My husband was swearing at home to the TV, and he called my neighbor, and he's like, what the F?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, I have no clue what's going on.
Yeah. No, we were there. It was epic.
Yeah.
In a bad way. So I show Jay's games. I show my kids. I don't show everything. There's things that I keep private, but yeah.
I see that you went to the Rockton Fair.
I did, yeah.
You do a lot of things, actually.
Maybe.
Like, for someone who's, are we saying you're single or not single?
Not single.
Okay.
Single for a long time.
Yeah, like for someone who like was like single, you're pretty independent. Like
very.
Like you'll just pick up and drive with your kids and go to like, say, Ottawa for a weekend and,
The beach, whatever, anything.
Yeah, like you don't, I love that.
Yeah. I like doing stuff like that.
Yeah. Where I'm total, I'll do it with you, like, or like Sandra or like my friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I've ever just picked up and said, okay, Kristen and Maya, let's go drive 6 hours. Vito's going to be like, are you coming back?
Yeah, right.
But what do you love to do?
What do I love to do?
Yeah. Besides real estate. Well, we know you love real estate.
Like you said, health and fitness. I'm going to compete again. I did like fitness shows before. So next year I'm going to do another one.
Nice.
So I'm doing that.
That's tough.
Dedication.
It is dedication.
Yeah.
I know people going through that. It's more about the eating, right? Like, did you become a bitch?
No, I became tired at the end and actually not sick, but it was a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. So maybe I was bitchy. I don't know. I have to ask my family. I'm not sure.
No, but it's all about discipline, right?
For sure.
Like I don't know if I could do it. Like
you could. It's all in your head.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's all in our head, right?
There's bitchy days. It's better now. My diet is clean most of the time, so that side of it is okay. And I don't drink, so I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. It's just everything that you have to do to get to that point.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Like I think for me, it's more or less the repetitive food, like eating so much chicken a day.
Chicken and broccoli.
At some point, I would be like,
that's where your mind kicks in and you're like, okay, I can shove
but
it
the
in.
end result is like, obviously it's there, right?
Right.
Because I like to work out. I like to keep active. I'm not Miss Fitness Queen by all means.
Right.
But I try to do what I can. I know Carmen here at the office always promotes our TCG Fit family. And, she tries to do like incorporate us and do like how many steps, or let's do this for the month. And,
I like that.
And we get rewarded, right?
For sure. I like that.
Whoever can complete this will win something at the end of the month. And I love it because it forces us to, we see someone's posted, oh, done. And it's like, oh, no, son of a bitch. Now I got to get up and go.
That's right. It pushes you a little bit.
It
but
does.
I like that. And it doesn't have to be like what I was doing with my fitness show. That's super extreme, right? But just being healthy in general and moving your body and eating right is good.
Yeah. And it's funny because I'll even tell my kids, because my daughter's in university now and she's living on her, with her roommate, and I'll call her. I'm like, what are you having for dinner? And it's like, pasta. Pasta. And I'm like,
well, it's easy.
It's easy, right? And I'm like, okay, did you go to the gym today? She's like, no, not today. I had to study for midterm, but I try to teach my kids to, to stay active and.
Well, they see your example. Right?
But trust me, especially now, I'm finding it very hard. I don't know for you, but I'm finding it very challenging in the morning. It's dark. It's cold. Like, I don't want to get out of bed. It's like, no.
Do you get up early?
Well, early because I'm forced to because of my daughter. I have to take her to school. And early, that is like 7 a.m.
Oh, that's not early.
And like today,
not early.
Today I slept in because I was like, she actually woke me up at 10 after 7, and I was in that deep sleep because of my dream, right? But I like to sleep in. I know you're an early.
Super early. Yeah. Like 4:30, 5:30. Yeah.
I don't know how people get up that early.
I get up that early because I get so much done before I have to start answering the phone or emails or anything.
So what's your day like? So you get up at 4:30?
Oh, yeah. I get up at 4:30. I meditate every morning, depending. Sometimes it's short. Sometimes it's 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And I write every morning.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you write like?
Whatever comes into my head after I meditate. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So poems, Sometimes it's messages for people, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever comes into my head. Sometimes it's information for myself. It's cool. I look back on it now and it's neat to see all the stuff I've written.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, I do like write. I don't write like that.
Yeah.
But I will like get up, not at 4:30, by all means. But I will get up and I will write like, thank you for thank you for
Gratitude.
my health. Yeah,
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
my gratitude every single morning. Because I feel like that's important, especially because it's so easy to be falling in that trap of, being negative, right? And that's
Right.
why it's so important. Like I'm happy that you're in my inner circle of friends because we both have the same mentality when it comes to being positive and being
Always.
grateful and taking care of ourselves and just doing good, right?
Right.
Which is awesome.
I love that.
I think that's why we kind of
Yeah.
gel together,
Totally.
right?
Yeah.
But
So I write and then I work out.
and
I
then
go
you
to the
work
gym.
out. Mm-hmm. See,
And then by that time it's maybe 7:30 and then I start my day. So then all that stuff that's super important to me is out of the way and it doesn't get missed if my day gets busy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's so funny because so many people will make excuses on, I just don't have enough time. I don't have enough time.
You make the time for what's important.
And that's the thing. Like, you have to schedule your time just like any appointment. Like, if someone called you to go see a house at, this is not realistic. I want to say 7 a.m.
Yeah.
That was the only time slot that person can go see it. You would make that time for it.
You would. And then you just move things around that are still important. So if that was the time that I was going to go to the gym, I would just make that later. So I wouldn't skip it because something else came up. I'd move it in my schedule.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you like to cook?
I don't mind it, but I have the kids half the time, right? So I'm on my own. So if I'm cooking, like I'm cooking for one person. So sometimes. Not like you. Oh my gosh.
I feel like I'm always cooking. Like, I don't know what it is.
But you're good. Do you like it?
I do like it. I just find that, like, I don't know if it's just me, but it's exhausting trying to figure out what to make every single day. Like, I'll Google recipes. I'll ask people for, like, advice.
Yeah.
And I just wish somebody could come and cook for me.
Like the chef that came to your house? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Shout out to him, by the way. That was amazing.
That was good.
Yeah. Does your husband cook?
My husband does not cook.
Ever?
No. He barbecues.
Okay.
So he'll do the summer barbecues. He'll do all that. I don't make his lunch. Like,
I don't make my kids lunch either, so.
I do make my daughter's lunch.
I don't.
Drive Eric crazy.
Yeah.
Look at my daughter's lunch, but yeah, I wish I could cook like my mom. I don't have that gene.
I think you do. You give yourself some credit. Your mom's awesome, but you do.
Yeah, Jamie had my mom's food.
Good? Yeah. Yeah.
Double thumbs up.
Yeah.
You like to travel?
When I can, yeah.
When you can.
When I can, I do, yeah. I need to go away again. I'd love to go somewhere.
It's funny. I wanted to book a 3-day trip, and I thought of you because you're the only person I know who just booked 3 days to go to Mexico.
Yeah. It was awesome.
And you said it was awesome.
Just a weekend.
Right?
Yeah.
And I look at it, I'm like, oh my God, like, it's almost the same price as a week. Like, it's not that far off.
No, it's not actually, but it's just timing. It's trying to find the time, and it always worked out. Like, you leave on a Friday, you come back Monday morning. It's perfect.
Yeah.
So you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just enough to relax by the beach and, take a couple days and...
Yeah.
Yeah. You should do it.
Okay, Vito, we're doing it.
Yeah.
I'll send you a picture.
Yeah.
You like to read?
I do.
Yeah.
I read
Actually,
a
you
lot.
were in a book. You wrote a book.
I was in a book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you read it?
I have that book.
Did you read it?
I read your part.
That's all that you need to read. No. The book's fine, but yeah.
Yeah. That's
what
so
did you
cool.
think?
It was awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
I wrote that like where are we now? October. I wrote that in January.
Okay.
And so when I read it,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like it's me anymore. It's so weird.
See?
So weird.
You know, but it's even myself, like I find I've changed so much, even from last year till now.
Same.
And I don't know if it's just, you know, we're happy at what we're doing. I'm happy where I'm at right now. You know, which is.
But it's all the stuff you talk about. It's just what you said. Like you eat healthy, you get enough sleep, you move your body, you have a good job, you love your family. All that stuff
It's
makes
important.
you.
Yeah. This is totally off market. Like this is totally off what we're talking about.
What's that?
But I am interested in, because so many people ask me about the current market.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Like-
really? Are a lot of people asking?
Yeah, they say they actually are.
What are your thoughts?
You know-
I want to hear what you have to say as a mortgage broker.
Like I have clients that, you know, not that they complained, but well, yeah, they did. They complained when the market was high and prices were, you know, way over.
Ridiculous, yeah.
And the rates were super low, right?
Okay.
Now we're on the opposite side. Prices of homes are coming down and rates are going up. And it's like,
Yeah, it's all relative.
it's all, and you know what? I checked the other day. I was like, okay, if you do like a $900,000 home with 20% down, 30-year AM, 2.89 rate.
Yeah.
You know, your mortgage payment was around $3,300 a month, right?
Okay. And what about now?
And then now, you know, if you're buying that house for say $735, right? You know, 20% down at 5.54.
Is that what the rate is right now?
Yeah, it's around.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like mid fives.
Yep.
You know, your payments was like it's like around $3,000. So for $300 a month.
And it's about the same. It's all relative. So that makes sense. Things have come down over 20%. Prices have come down since the beginning.
20% they've come down.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Since the beginning, so the first 6 months of this year, and now they've come down 20% from that.
So
It's crazy.
it's a buyer's market,
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah. It's switched. There was transition period. I think we were in here talking about the transition period last time I
Yeah.
was here, I feel like. But now it's for sure buyer's market. It's challenge. It's a challenge to have a listing. It's a challenge to be a seller. It's a challenge to price a house. Even as a buyer, actually, because what do you pay for it? Do you pay whatever they're asking and then the prices are still going down? Is it going to appraise at that price? I mean, we've got horror stories, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a challenge. Not complaining, it's fine. I mean, we still have business and I'm fine and I've been doing it long enough that I'm not worried about it. It's just different.
Yeah.
But
So first-time home buyers should be looking now.
yeah, I think now's a great time. Next year will be a great time to buy,
Yeah.
Even though the rates might be higher, it's still,
Worth it.
I think so. I think the prices are still going to keep going down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Not awesome. Not awesome for a seller, but
No, not awesome for a
Yeah.
seller, but it's good for a buyer,
I think so.
right?
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of first-time home buyers that want to buy.
Or maybe even investors.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've learned a lot. With this podcast was all over the place. But I think
Random.
more or less, you know, getting to know Teri Shaw.
Right.
You know,
Right.
it's always a pleasure chatting with you.
I love seeing you.
I know.
And Jamie.
And Jamie.
Thanks, Jamie.
You know, this is another episode of Let's Get Social. Like, comment, share.
Thanks.